When it comes to fertility and soil preparation for planting, there's a few different things that we do on our farm. There's very little that we do on 100% of our acres. We like to try and experiment things and compare different methods.
Yeah, but part of the reason why we do that is just so if you ever call us and you have a question about StripTill or about no-till or about conventional till or who knows what practice it is, we're doing a lot of different things over quite a few acres. We farm about 2,500 acres and we might try 500 acres of this, 1,000 acres of that. This fall I think we're going to do probably 1,300 acres of StripTill, and that's our topic right now.
Well, StripTill's been one of those things that as we've done it, we've really liked it, and we've adopted more acres into strip tillage because of a couple of things. First of all for us was nutrient placement. When you think about how fertilizer is done, in different areas of the country, farmers do things a number of different ways. But around us, many farmers are just broadcasting dry fertilizer and tilling it in. And that's what they're doing on all their acres. And we were doing that on a number of acres too.
And the whole problem with that is you get so much fertilizer in just the top few inches of soil. A lot of the fertility is in the top 3 inches or so, and that's not a good thing. We want to have fertility going all the way down to kind of lead our roots down.
And our area is kind of a dividing point too, because as you get a little bit further west from us, it goes to a lot of no-till, and they do that for moisture conservation reasons, and it's been great. The farmers are raising better crops, but one of the tough things for them is nutrient placement, again, just like the conventional till guys.
So in a no-till situation, for example, if you go out and you spread that dry fertilizer out, let's say it's phosphorus. Phosphorus virtually does not move once it attaches to soil. So now you've got all your phosphorus in the top inch of soil. What happens when you get any erosion? Whether it's wind erosion or rain erosion, that phosphorus is moving. And phosphorus is the #1 limiting factor for algae growth in lakes, rivers, and streams. We don't want to have any more algae anywhere. We don't want to have water quality issues. So by injecting that phosphorus down into the soil or placing the phosphorus down into the soil with StripTill, where it's going to be probably 8 or 10 inches deep, we don't have to worry about so much phosphorus in the top inch and that dirt eroding and carrying our phosphorus off our fields.
Well, I'm glad you brought up phosphorus, Brian, because that's one of the things that I do like about any type of banding of fertilizer, whether it's banding it in the row at planting or banding it down 6, 8, 10 inches deep with a StripTill tool, because you're keeping all that phosphorus right together in a really concentrated band. By doing that, it reduces the amount of tie-up you're going to see in your soil. Now, certainly you can use products like Pro Germinator liquid that helps prevent some of that tie-up, or you can use a veil. And those products work very well in our experience, but banding it in a concentrated band can help also. So by doing both of those methods, you're going to get a lot more of that phosphorus into your plant, which means you don't have to spend quite as much on fertilizer to get the same results.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about StripTill here, and right away you might be thinking, well, we're StripTilling in front of corn. No, we're StripTilling in front of soybeans also. And I cannot stress this to you enough, and anytime we talk about fertility, almost, we're always mentioning, it seems like, the total nutrients that a crop is going to use. Not just with the stover, but with the grain especially we're looking. In other words, if you leave all the residue out in the field, yeah, you've got a lot of nutrients there. But when your grain leaves the field, you're taking big crops off. 200 bushel corn takes about 76 units of phosphate and 60 units of K2O potassium. Soybeans will pull out about 48 units of phosphate and 84 units of K2O potassium. I mean, it's a tremendous amount of fertility, and very few farmers are actually fertilizing their soybeans. I think that's one of the reasons why we've had a bunch of 70 bushel fields now, is we're fertilizing our beans every year, and we're fertilizing them for big yields.
Once again, we really feel like StripTill has some great benefits in terms of seedbed preparation, but also in terms of fertility placement. And again, if you're doing it in corn, we like to do StripTill in front of beans as well and put out the fertilizer that crop needs. It's the best economic return for our farm, and it makes sense in getting good yields.
Well, I don't know about the best economic return. I think the best economic return is controlling weeds, like our Weed of the Week. We'll tell you how to do it on your farm coming up next.